Doesn't that look yummy?
This is a Smokey and Silver Spike production. I'm out prospecting this gold vein out in Salt Lake City, Utah. I want more to test the new setup on the ball mill. The water level is pretty low. I'm going down there as soon as I get some samples from out here. This spot in particular looks pretty good. All those colors are very good indicators. Lots of good mineralization. Some little tiny quartz stringers in there as well.
There's the bottom of the mine. I always wanted to see the very bottom with a brighter light. Still looks nasty. Wouldn't want to go in that water, to be honest. My goal is to try to get some more of this really delicious looking samples right along this right side of the mine. I didn't bring the tripod today, but I will show you all the samples I extract out of this side of the vein before leaving the mountain today. Now that's the stuff I'm trying to get right there. Chipping off for some of the host rock, the quartzite right above it. Getting some pretty good samples thus far. Hopefully I'll have some actual gold in it when I'm done. Making some good headway at that vein now. Hope to take home this whole bucket full. That's the goal. Now this is the stuff dreams are made of. Look at the colors, it's beautiful. I made myself a little bank to catch the pieces right here. Ideally, I'd like to get the biggest pieces possible for a special project. This is a low sulfite deposit, hydrothermal quartz vein, and host rock of quartzite and slate. In Hughes Canyon, Salt Lake City, Utah. St. Patrick's Gold Mine. Now that's more like it. Big old piece about to pop out. Hopefully it doesn't crumble. Almost got it. Really nice piece. A little left tap ain't gonna hurt. Just don't want to drop it in the water. Got a few pieces coming out. Oh yeah. Yeah! Now that's exactly what I wanted to achieve. A nice big piece. In the bucket you go.
I say that's a wrap for me at this mine. I gotta hike down the mountain. I'll see you when I get back home and I'll start processing this ore to see that shiny. Not an entirely full bucket, but I have an extensive hike. I still have to get out of here safely, as well as all the tools I brought with. First things first, I need to wash and classify the ore and take out the bigger pieces for my special project, and I will pan out the material collected. Start out with the bigger pieces on the top. A few handfuls at a time. I'm classifying the material through 30 mesh. This is the material that went through the classifier. I will be panning that next. But first, I want to show you the ore after it has been washed. Now there's a really good look of the ore after it has been washed. You can see it has some amazing color to it. Some of these pieces are especially delicious looking. Gives you a good idea what some gold ore looks like if you're new to the industry. Can't wait to slab and polish some of these up. Now let's find out how much concentrates will be the bottom of the pan just from rinsing off all the ore. Getting real close to the bottom of the pan I'm really curious to see how much magnetic material is in here. I'm not expecting a lot, but I could be surprised. Not very much at all. Now I'm going to classify the material in the green pan through 40 mesh into the black pan, so if there is any gold, it will be more visible. Bottom of the pan, nothing visibly gold. Looking at it with the naked eye, I'm going to take it inside where some better light is and utilize my loupe, and hopefully I will see some shiny. The concentrates in some better light, no visible gold in sight. Next step is crushing the rest, processing it, and gathering the concentrates, adding it to these concentrates, running it on the concentrator table, extracting the gold, and smelting the rest. Time to load up the ball mill. Gonna take the bigger pieces right off the top, a few handfuls at a time. Throw them in the cylinder with 3 of my largest bearings, break them up quite a bit, and I'll slowly add in the smaller pieces until all of it's crushed as fine as I can get it. Then I will start the panning process to collect the concentrates, follow up with utilizing the concentrator table. Nothing like the feeling of 120 volts in between the tips of your fingers. I really need to engineer a better switch, but this works for now. Time to check the progress. Be asking yourself, why didn't I do that in the first place? I want to try the effectiveness of the ball mill with just the 3 big balls. And I did not roast this ore because it's a low sulfite ore. Genuinely, I would. Otherwise, I'm going to use this big old piece of steel on one of the large bearings itself and take some of the bigger pieces, just smack it real good. That works just as effective as using the hammer on the anvil or something. I just need the piece a little bit smaller so that when I run the ball mill again, adding more balls as well with the smaller ore, it'll be more effective and productive. Wanted to show the difference between the quartzite host rock and the enrichment zone, where the quartz vein goes between the slate and the quartzite itself. Here's what the slate looks like. The other host rock that the quartz vein runs between. Round number 2. All of the ore is in there with 7 bearings, 3 of the larger ones, 4 of the smaller ones. Time for some improvising. Almost got it. There we go. Time to see how the crush has progressed. Before classification, classifying through 50 mesh. After classification, really fine. I still have plenty to crush. Guess the weight of the St. Patrick's ore I have bagged up for your chance to win one of two items: a slabbed and polished piece of the St. Patrick's ore, that or one of my demo CDs. Leave a comment. I prefer your answer to be in gram increments. This is how fine your ore should be crushed before processing it. No chunks, please. What I have to work with: 3 full sandwich bags of the crushed ore classified through 50 mesh. Just a little bit that requires further crushing. The larger pieces I have set aside for my special project. I'm going to cut and polish these with the help of the dolly pot and some elbow grease. I was able to crush the rest into more manageable portions. This should give you a better idea of the different classification levels. This one's been classified through 50 mesh. This one's been classified through 30 mesh. This one's been classified through 10. Let's get this panning started. I have just roughly over 10 pounds of crushed ore to pan and collect the concentrates. If I see anything really promising like actual visible gold, I will show you it. Otherwise, I don't want to bore you with numerous hours of panning. I'll start out with the last bit I crushed using the dolly pot last night and classified. Make sure it's thoroughly saturated, then start to agitate it, shaking up the pan to get the concentrates to sink to the bottom. Bottom of the first pan on the concentrates, you can see the other primaries in there. There's lead and antimony and silver. I guarantee that's what some of this more white, metallic, shiny metal is. The last pan. Nothing visibly gold with the naked eye. That's why I'm going to use the concentrator table. Now let's see if I can capture any gold. Got my concentrates right here. Gonna slowly scoop it in. I'll snuffer up any visible gold, then I will gather the concentrates from the tailings and get those ready for a smelt. Nice little round speck right there. Another one right there. Another couple right there. There's a few pieces in here. Not the richest ore, but there is gold. $166.54 grams of concentrates. 31 grams of silver as a collector metal concentrates. My collector metal. Old Timers Flux. That should be enough. Gotta get it centered. A lot thicker than I'd like, but I had to hurry it up because it's starting to rain. Really thick, actually. Wow. There we go. There's all the metal right there. It's really stuck in there. There we go. Finally. Let me throw these in the water, quench them off, and see what we got. It's hammer time. Start out with this one. Not expecting anything. There's the button. Let's get a closer look and the weight. Now to find out if all the hard work was worth it and if I lost precious metals or gained any precious metals. That's not bad. I didn't really gain anything. I actually lost a little bit. That's normal with the collector metal. There are impurities in it. Thank you for watching Smokey and Spike Productions.